In this video, I want to finish going over exactly how you can be successful in this class and go over some of the websites that we're going to be using. The main one, of course, and you should already know about this, is Canvas. Canvas is a learning management system, which means it's kind of like Blackboard or Desire to Learn. There's lots of other ones out there. BYU Learning Suite is a learning management system, a system basically to manage the learning of a class. Now, we're going to be using Canvas instead of Learning Suite and Blackboard and other tools for a couple reasons. One, I want to try to show you tools that you can use yourselves as teachers. BYU Learning Suite is not available to you after you leave BYU. You're going to have to log out and lose everything that you had and not be able to use it as a teacher yourself. Same thing is true with Blackboard, which costs hundreds of thousands of dollars for a school district to be able to use. But Canvas is substantially cheaper for a district, and for you as an individual teacher, it's free. So they have basically it's kind of like a trial version. They'll let teachers create courses for free, hoping that they'll promote the tool to their districts. So Canvas is a tool that you can use yourselves as a teacher, and that's one reason why we use it. The other reason why we use it is because, to be honest, we just think it's a better tool at this point in time for what it is we want to do. Each tool has its strengths and weaknesses, and we believe that for the way we want to teach IPT 286, Canvas has the best strengths to match our teaching style. So that's why we're going to be using Canvas. Everything you need to know is going to be in Canvas. Whenever we use other websites, we will link to those other websites in Canvas. So as long as you can go to Canvas, you'll be able to find out exactly what you need to do. And so there's that URL again, and free to be able to make an account. Once you're in Canvas, you can of course go to the home page to be able to see all the weeks, and we've got all the activities and assignments organized by weeks. So you can go to week 1 or week 2 and know exactly what it is you're supposed to do for that week. Announcements is where we will post important information for you, including we will create an announcement for the beginning of the semester that has all the websites that you need to have to be able to be successful. So if you forget where the tutorial website is, for example, you can go to the announcements page and find that link to that tutorial website. Grades, we will do the grades here within Canvas. People is where you can message other people in the class if you want to be able to ask them for ideas or talk about the class for some reason. Syllabus is where you can learn about all the different assignments and when they are due. And then also we will have on the announcements page a link and directly to the BYU syllabus, which provides more information. The Canvas syllabus, I don't think, allows for us to give you very much information beyond just the assignments and the due dates. And there's a lot more to the class than just assignments and due dates. So the full syllabus, you can link to it. We'll have the link in the announcements for the first week. And I would encourage you to read the full syllabus so that you know everything that's in there, because you are responsible to know everything in that syllabus so that you can be successful in the class. And this would be how we'll be doing it: syllabus.byu.edu, which will have a lot more information for you to look at. A few key ideas that we want to touch on. I'm not going to bore you by going and reading the entire syllabus to you and making you listen to me read it. You can go read it yourself. You are responsible to know everything that's in the syllabus. But just a few key ideas that I want to make sure you're aware of. First of all, that we believe in mastery learning. That's how we learn technology. Every time I learn a new technology, I do it by trial and error, and I make mistakes. But I learn from my mistakes, and then I fix my mistakes by getting help or by seeking support online through maybe tutorials and online documents and things like that. So we believe the same should be true for you as you learn technology. So because of that, we will be grading on more of a mastery kind of approach. To be able to get an A on an assignment, you have to show mastery on every single part of the rubric. But we will allow you to make revisions. So if you give your best effort, and we can tell if you don't, but if you make your best effort and get the assignment in by the due date, then if you didn't get 100%, you can make a revision to that assignment within the next 2 weeks and get up to 90% on the revision. So we can't give you full credit on a revision just because that wouldn't be fair to those that worked really hard to get full credit the first time. But you can get up to 90% of the points possible by doing a revision. And we will always provide you feedback on every assignment. If you don't get 100%, there will be feedback for you within Canvas or in an email from us that will tell you what you need to do to be able to get 100%. Participation. You need to participate each week, and there will be a point each week for participating. If you are supposed to come to class that week, we expect you to come to class and be engaged, on task, not checking Facebook, stuff like that. If you're online, then we expect you to go online, post a web comment, a discussion post, and then reply to your peers when they post as well. So there's a little bit of a conversation going on. You will get points for posting the responses to the questions that I ask, and also points for responding to your peers when they post questions too and answers. So talk to each other. Another key idea is make sure you read and view all the videos, read all the emails from me. Every time students get a little bit confused or messed up in this class, it's always because they weren't reading my email or they weren't watching the videos. So just make sure you do that and you'll be fine. Also, make sure you get help early. A lot of the big assignments can be overwhelming if you try to do them all in one day, but we've purposely broken those assignments up over several weeks. And we've got things we want you to do each week so that by the end of the 3 weeks, you're done and it's not going to be that much work to do at the very end. But if you procrastinate, and that goes down to don't procrastinate, and you wait until the end, then it's going to be overwhelming to you and it'll be hard for us to help you last minute. So get help early, try working on assignments early. If things aren't working out, come in during our office hours or send us an email, make an appointment, but do something so that we can help you out early, and that will make your life a lot easier and you'll be a lot more successful. Now, the final thing is that this course is meant to be customizable to you. So every single assignment can be changed if you have a reason for changing it. We don't want you to do things that you already know how to do. So for example, the first assignment is to make a website using Google Sites. If you already know how to make a website with Google Sites, then don't do that for your assignment. Instead, we'll give you other options like wikis or blogs or Weebly or other things like that, and make a website using one of those tools so that you learn something new. The other thing is if we are asking you to do something, for example, we're going to be doing an assignment where we make movies. Maybe you don't think you're going to use movies in your teaching. And if you can give me a reason that that's not going to be important to you, then, and if you have something else that you think would be important, you say, Brother West, I don't want to use movies in my teaching, but I do want to use podcasts. That's cool. We can let you do podcasts instead. So any assignment can be customized so that you're learning something new every single time, which is what we expect, and you're learning something that you can use as a teacher, which is also what we hope. So some ideas for staying on task, which really is important. This is a 1 credit class. It's not hard if you do a couple hours of homework every week, but if you procrastinate, then it can get overwhelming, right? And that can be not good when it's a 1 credit class and it gets overwhelming. That's not a good thing. So staying on task is really important. So here's a few ideas to help you do that. One, I've set up a Twitter account. It's IPT286 on Twitter, and I will post a reminder about every assignment 2 days before it's due, just to remind you to get it done so you can get it done on time. I've automated those reminders to go out automatically 2 days before every assignment. If you don't use Twitter, then you can get those reminders by texting follow IPT286 to 40404, and then it will send these, Twitter will send these reminders to you by text to your phone. You can go to Canvas and change your settings to get weekly or even daily updates of everything that's posted in Canvas. That can help you stay on top of things. You're going to be making a website here as one of your first assignments. In that website, you're going to be making a calendar for your students. And I've told you in that assignment that you can just make up things for your calendar because you obviously aren't teaching yet. But if you want to, you can just add the assignments for this class into your Google Calendar, and for each event, you can set it up so that there's a reminder for that event so that it emails you or texts you or something like that to remind you of the assignment being due. So you can do that as well. Make sure you read my weekly emails. I will remind you of things that are happening. If you aren't getting my email, then make sure you check your spam box, talk to me, because we need to fix that problem, because I do send an email every week just to remind you about what's going on. And make sure to check in weekly to our Canvas class. And because we do have an online component to this class, just make sure you're ready for online learning. Make sure you have a webcam. Make sure you have good bandwidth and broad speed, internet access. We don't require a textbook in this class, but we do require you to be internet ready to be an online learner. So make sure you are prepared with the technology you need to be able to be an online learner. If you don't have a computer, for example, with a webcam, you can use the computer lab, which is in the McKay School, down at the end of the hall, and they have microphones, little headsets you can do, so you can do web conferencing and be able to participate in the class that way if you need to. So your first assignment is going to be to become familiar with the syllabus, with the Canvas gradebook and the Canvas site. I'm going to ask you to post an introduction in Canvas. This will be the next part of this little module. Create a screencast, which a screencast is what you're watching right now. It's a recording of my computer, me talking, me showing you things on my computer. And I want all of you to know how to make a screencast so that when you get stuck and you're trying to make, for example, your website and things aren't working very good, and you say, Brother Wes, this isn't working, and I go, well, show me what's not working. You can make a screencast of what's not working and send it to me, and that way by seeing what's not working I can better help you fix the problem. So for this first week, everyone's going to learn how to make a screencast so that you can then use that the rest of the semester to talk to me. And then week 2 we start working on our class website, but that's kind of a big assignment, so if you want to get started this first week working on your class website, that would be a good idea as well. Here's how you can get help. I'm available by email. You can text me. You can call me as well if I'm in my office. Office hours, Mondays, 2 to 3:30 p.m. At that time, I can talk to you on the phone. I can Skype, FaceTime, GChat, whatever you want to do. Open labs. So one of the things in this class is there's different sections of IPT 286. Each of these sections teaches basically the same thing. They just customize it a little bit different. So when we're making movies, there's a section for social studies students, and they will be making movies about social studies, and there will be English students, they'll be making English movies, but they're all going to be making movies, and it's going to be pretty much the same thing. So you can come in during any of those open labs and get help. You can come to my class Mondays 4 to 5 p.m., but you can also come Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 4 to 5 p.m. and get help from any of the IPT 286 teachers, and they will be expecting you. Just come in, say, I'm in Brother West class, I'm working on my website, I'm stuck, and they'll be happy to help you. You can also contact the TA for this class, and we'll be able to help you that way as well. Email me also a screencast of your problem, and I'm happy to help you that way. So that's all for this tutorial. If you have any questions, I've made this page a discussion page. I'm not requiring you to post a response, but if you have any questions, post them below and I'll check back and answer those.